Good evening,
Hi,
Catherine.
hi, Miss.
Okay, then. Go ahead.
Okay, great.
There's a little note that I put in your slides. Have you edited?
Oh no,
Table of
I
content.
don't.
Please check.
Okay, it's done.
Go ahead. Oh, start from the beginning. May I?
Wait. Good evening, Miss. May I
Good
share
evening.
my screen, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you see my screen?
I can.
May I start my presentation, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? I am Priscilla Catherine Putri from GHI 2 Lia Kayunsari, and today I am going to present about the importance of the priority system for students. Before continuing, I have experience using this priority system. At that time, there were a lot of assignments from school and I was confused how, how about to solve them. Then I told my mom, and my mom said that I should be able to prioritize a task. Then I tried this priority system and it was very helpful and useful. So if you're interested in priority system, keep listening to my presentation. This is my table of contents, which contains what I will say today. First, introduction. Second, reasons why the priority system is important. And lastly, conclusion. So, what is priority system and why is it important for students? So, the priority system means a system created with the aim of ranking things from very important, urgent, and must be completed first until things that are less urgent or less important. The system is very useful for students because it can help students finishing their tasks and get more benefits from the system. There are many benefits that can be obtained from the system. The first is by implementing this priority system, you can allocate sufficient time, and second, makes us pay more attention to tasks, and last, give us spare time to relax. The first one, do you know why by implementing the priority system can allocate our time? Because by doing this system, of course, we will sort our tasks from most important to least important. We will also estimate the length of time we do a task. It will reduce the risk of working overtime to complete our tasks. For example, I will make a schedule for do my assignments, and I will do my paperwork first because it is very important to me for graduating from high school. That's why I did the paper first and estimate how long it will take me to do it. So I am not late to do it. The second benefit is makes our pay more attention to the task. How does it happen? Because by implementing this priority system, of course we will do our tasks one by one and not do the other activities while doing a task. So we can pay more attention and focus more on a task. It is very suitable for students to apply this system because, as we know, school gives us many assignments. So that by using this priority system, students can complete their assignments on time. And this is, for example, if you're doing something, do not do the other things because it will make you not focus on a task. You are to, and even for setting like the priority system. In the system, we have to do our tasks one by one so that we can pay more attention and focus and we will get a good results. The last benefit that I am going to explain is priority system give our more spare time to relax. Surely all of you are wondering how is that possible? Because by using this priority system, we will carry out all our tasks in a timely and efficient manner. So we will have some spare time to rest, relax, and recharge our body to future tasks. You may even allocate breaks in between your tasks so it doesn't make you stressed and tired. And this, for example, you have scheduled all of tasks and have done one task. It turns out that you complete the task faster so you can rest and take time to relax before doing the next task. So in conclusion, the priority system is very important and needs to be done especially for students because it is very helpful. It can make you assign various hours of one's day and pay heed to the tasks and get rid of nervous tension or anxiety. Various benefits can be obtained when we implementing this priority system. What about you? Do you also want to feel the benefits? Go try this priority system and get those benefits. Any questions that I can answer?
Okay. Good evening, Catherine.
Good evening, Miss.
My question is, you talked about doing the priority system helps you to allocate time for your tasks or assignments.
Yeah.
So, um, how do you know that a certain task requires a certain amount of time? How do you calculate the time?
Thank you for your question, Miss. So I will answer. I how I calculate the time for calculates my time. So basically, when I'm doing a task for a number, I will give one number is 3 minutes. So if there is 10 numbers, so I will do the task for 30 minutes.
Is it the same for all tasks, or is it, for example, you have an English task and you have a mathematic task? Will you still apply 3 minutes for an English task per number?
Yeah, because it gives me practice to do tasks on time.
See. Okay, thank you for the answer. Tiro, do you have any questions? Okay, I have another question then. Catherine, can you please go to the, if I'm not mistaken, the second part of your, the importance of the priority system?
Okay, Miss. This.
Okay, so you said that it makes us pay more attention to tasks if we focus to do it one at a time. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, so it means that if you don't, if you do two tasks at a time, you cannot pay more attention to, you cannot focus. I
Yeah.
know some people who actually can multitask and they do well with their multitask. How about those people?
Okay, thank you for your questions. So in my opinion, while you're doing a task and you're doing another task, it will your focus will divide uh in more in more tasks. So it will. You're not doing your maximal attention and focus to a task.
Will that be a problem then?
Sorry, miss, your voice.
Will that be a problem? I mean, like, it's rare for humans to put 100% of their attention to something.
Yeah,
Naturally,
I
we
think,
don't really put 100% of our attention to something. There must be distraction somewhere.
yeah. Uh if like that, we will not give our 100% focus on a task. Then why should we divide our focus in more than one task? So
Okay,
it's
thank
good.
you.
It's better doing one task one by one.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
welcome.
Chiro, do you have any questions?
No, miss.
No. Okay. Rere just came. Mm, back to Catherine again. Catherine, why did you choose this
Yeah.
topic again?
Because this system is very useful for me, and I will tell to everyone that this priority system should be done, especially for students,
What's the aim of you telling that to everyone?
because this system can help you doing your assignments from school and your another activities, so it can finish on time and not late.
I see. Okay, then. Thank you for your presentation and answers, Catherine.
Okay, thank you everyone for listening.
Behind the scene. Catherine, for when you are asked what's the aim of your presentation, yeah, it hope say something like this. I hope this can help other students to be better with their time management and so on and so on and so on. Okay, so instead of saying that this is for them to blah blah blah, I hope this can help them. Okay, so that will be better. Also, when you talk about the aim, remember it's the aim instead of the aim. The aim of this, I think it's slide 2. Please go to your slides.
Thanks.
Okay, stop. Okay, this one, you talk about the priority system means a system created with the aim. Remember, it's the aim. Okay, the aim of ranking things. Also, the because it's still I still heard a little bit of because aus the au in the middle. Then instead of au, change it to o because. Okay.
Because okay.
By implementing this is one of your sentences. By implementing the priority system can allocate our time. Remember when you already use can, I know in your slides you put allocates our time, but when you already use can in the presentation, don't use the S. So the priority system can allocate our time. Prepare your script. If you have a script, that should be details, okay?
Yeah.
And then if you're wondering how is that possible, you also have that sentence,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It should be if you're wondering how that is possible.
Oh, that is okay.
Because it's not a question anymore, how that is possible. Also, Catherine, you keep talking about the benefits of um, the priority system. I've already mentioned several times that you are not talking about the benefits of the priority
Listen,
system.
yeah.
The importance.
I forget to change my script.
The importance. One of the importance of, see, instead of one of the benefits of, one of the importance, one of the importance of.
Okay.
Change it to importance because your title is the importance, not the benefits, unless you want to change it to benefits. Your timing, still way off, Catherine. You started at 2 and you finish at 7:30. So only 5.5 minutes. You still need to add at least 2 more minutes. But this presentation is much better because you are much more relaxed. And it shows in your eye contact and also in the way you deliver your lines. You do it slower. So it does seem like you are enjoying the presentation more instead of reading. So that's a better thing, an improvement from the previous presentation practice. Okay. Also, the way you answer questions, that's also good. Especially the second question when I asked uh, some people, oh, because we cannot put 100% to a task, and you answered with, if we know that we cannot put 100% to the task, why should we divide it more with doing another task? That's a very cool answer. So keep it up. That's it, Catherine.
Yes.
Remember, uh, you can do it even slower, even more relaxed, so you can add more time to your presentation. Okay,
Okay.
that's
Thank
it,
you.
Catherine. When you finish, have you finished copy pasting your essay?
No, no. I will finish after this.
When you finish, please notify me in the group, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, if you need to go for your school task, then
Yeah.
you may go.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, bye, Catherine.
Bye.
Okay, so Chiro, Gita, Rere, good evening. What can I do for you? What should I help you with?
Good evening,
Evening,
miss.
Good
Miss.
evening. You only have 3 more sessions to go before you have your final tests. So,
I
Chiro,
actually a little bit confused since my task is kind of almost like a complete.
mm,
Like my presentation are done, and then my essay also done, and then
the way
it's
you
kind of
deliver,
yeah, just I need time to think about that.
mm,
Like what should I do to attract more audience?
slow down your speaking, make your uh, pronunciation clearer, more straightforward. Don't mumble, something like that. So
Yeah, just need
practice.
time to figure it out. Like how can I do it
You can do it
with
if you
that?
keep practicing.
Yeah,
So who's going to
but
practice now?
probably not me because I seems like I speak too much. Probably the others.
Well, have you prepared your script though?
Me?
Mm-mm.
Yes, but I need more change to improve. With the suggestion that you gave earlier, like this and that, and then made some changes about it. Yeah, just like that.
Vidya is here. Good evening, Vidya. Welcome. Eh, so this is the example, Gita. This is just the example. I do hope your essay is not your script for the presentation. I mean, there should be addition to the essay to be the script for the presentation. However, if you read it like this, it will sound much better. Have we ever thought about growth mindsets among university students? So, according to Western Governors University, having growth mindsets indicates, why is it? Didn't I already put indicates? indicates that we thrive on challenges and see weaknesses as a jumping off point for development and establishing our abilities rather than to define ourselves. Our intelligence and talents are all susceptible to growth. So instead of saying it like our intelligence and talents are all susceptible to growth mindsets are very important for university students because they affect the learning process, the ability to learn new skills and studies. Instead of doing it like that, you can put more stresses. Growth mindsets are very important for university students because they affect the learning process, the ability to learn new skills and studies. Now, let me get on with the first fact or the first reason why growth mindsets should be used among university students. First, having growth mindsets affect university students in their learning process. So give more pauses, more stresses, underlines or highlights some words that you think are important. Okay, prepare the script. Chiro, Rere, Vidya, who's ready for the practice?
Me. Okay.
Me.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Miss, may I share my screen?
Please turn on your video first.
Okay, I forget about that. So, may I share my screen now?
Yes, please.
Okay, wait. So, is it on?
Yes, it is.
It's full screen, right?
It is.
So, okay. So, may I start my presentation now?
Yes.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi everyone. Good evening. Hi. But before I start my presentation today, I want to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Soichiro Shahrul Agung. I am 16
Sorry,
years.
Chiro. Your
Yes.
camera is off. Your slide is not on the first slide.
Is it?
Yes.
Wait.
There you go. And your camera is off. I cannot see you.
What?
There
No.
you go. Okay.
Okay.
From the beginning, please.
Okay, from the beginning. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
So, hi everyone. Good evening. So today, let me introduce myself first. My name is Soichiro Shahrul Agung. People call me Ichiro. I am 16 years old and currently on my second grade of my high school. And today in this presentation, I want to tell you about my slides about the importance of cell phones. Okay.
Chiro. Everyone, can you hear me? Hello? Check.
In their bag. So like if you don't have a smartphone or cell phones today, like where did you even come from? Did you even come from Earth before? Because from what I've seen from the people that I've met, that everyone already have or had cell phones because they need to make their life more easier. So today in this presentation, I want to tell you about the reason why cell phones are important, especially in today's era. So I want to make this clear. I do think that cell phones had helped us in every aspect of our lives. Like they help us interact and work with our daily lives. For example, cell phone as our communication devices, and then cell phone as our entertainment and education tools, and also cell phone as our data storage for our work or study. So let's just move on to our first topic. First reason. So cell phone as as our communication devices. So when you see the previous questions that I've rated for you, that the first thing that came to my mind is how cell phones makes our communication easier. So cell phone as communication devices have been the main function of cell phones since it was created. So like this, like when you have cell phones, it helps you communication with other easier, especially for long distance communication, which also lead us to another benefit of cell phones, which is time saving. You can call button. Another thing with cell phone that is very interesting is we can also make cell phone as our educational tools. So cell phone are important in our lives for study and for work. Because from what I've seen and from what I know, people are more likely to use the internet, which we can access in our phone, to search for an answer rather than searching it or reading it in a book, like the old-fashioned way. Because with cell phones, it is more practical and more easier, right? We can just type the questions in the questions box. Let's just say you use Google. You just need to type the questions there and then you click enter. And then there you go, you have the answer right away. There is so many choices of answer in the internet that is just, I would say that internet just better than the book in general, okay? So let's just move on to our next reason. So our next reason is cell phone as our entertainment tools. So by what I means, the cell phone as our entertainment tool is entertain ourselves just by using cell phones. For example, you can watch online streaming platforms like Netflix, HBO, Disney Plus, YouTube, Twitch, or so on and so on. You can name it. This particular reason also makes cell phones really cost saving. You know why? So let's just imagine this. With cell phones, you can access many films, like as many as you want, with just a little amount of money. You may, right? But without cell phones, let's just say you need to go to cinemas, and that costs you money, and then you need to buy the ticket, and that costs you a lot more money, right? So let's just break it all down. So we have the comparison between YouTube, okay? So in our left sides, we have cinemas. So usually, so when you go to cinemas, you will watch movies, of course. Of course, you will watch movies. And that usually costs around like 50,000 rupiah per movies, which is a lot of money for just one movies, right? Let's just say you watch like 3 movies in a month. So that equals to 150,000 rupiah, which is a lot of money for just 3 movies. Meanwhile, on the other hand, with online streaming platforms like Netflix, let's just say you use or buy an online subscription Netflix, which costs 150,000 rupiah per month. You can watch as many films or shows or series as you wanted. You can watch 10, 20, 30, or 50 if you can. This reason is really made a big differences for movie watchers like me, because I like movies. I really likes to watch movies, and this this online streaming platforms really helped me a lot. We move on to our last but not least reason. So the last one is cell phone as our data storage. So cell phone's data storage is a unique one. It's had a lot of benefits than the regular data storage. For example, it is more attainable to access because it is mobile. We can open it anywhere or anytime we want it to open the files. And another like interesting facts about the data storage in our cell phones, we can like cell phones enable us to upload or make files and store them in the cloud drive. So maybe some of you wondering what is cloud drive, right? Because I guess not everyone knows what is cloud drive. So basically, cloud drive is an online data storage, which later you will store the data in the cloud internet thing, which safer because it does not have a physical thing. You cannot touch it or you cannot grab it. Like it's just more safer. It is just safer in a way, right? Uh, with cloud drives, you can you like with cloud drives, you can also open the data not just on your phones. Let's just say you want to open it on your laptop or iPad or like computer. So the thing that you need to do just is you just need to go to their websites or apps and then type your account and then type your password, blah, 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 and then click enter, and there you go. You have your data. You have the data that you stored in your phones appeared in your laptops, which is wonderful and really good, right? And I think that's all that I can say about the reason. There's a lot more reason. So I just want to ask you one more last questions before I end this. And so, do you still think cell phones are not important after you've heard that the reason that I've spoken to you? Or do you think cell phones are important in our lives, especially today? And that's all for my slides, and this is my Q&A session. So does anyone have any questions?
Okay, Tito, thank you for the presentation. My question is, you talked about cell phones as communication devices and then entertainment tools, education tools, also as, what was the last one again?
Data storage.
The data storage. Now, if your cell phones, if the cell phones don't have any connection to the internet, will they be able to do all those things?
Okay, thank you for the questions, and I will answer it. So, I think there is some of the features that you cannot access just by you don't have an internet, but there's still some of them that you can access without internet. So remember the cloud drives. When you already saves or upload the files on your cloud drives, you can actually access it without any internet. You can access, maybe there's some of the cloud drives apps that like not enable you access the data without internet, but there's some of them that actually gives you and gives you an access without any internet connection. So yes, it is like not all of them can access without Wi-Fi or without internet, but there is still some of the features that can. That's all for my answer.
Okay, so my point is to start using those things, to start using cell phones as data storage, or start using cell phones as educational tools or entertainment tools, you do need the internet connection. True?
Yeah, true.
Okay, so which one is more important then? The internet connection itself or the cell phones? I mean, cell phones is just the gadget. We can just use any other gadgets, right? But the internet connection is the essential one. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay, so thank you for the questions, and I will answer it. So personally, I think that the internet connection is more important, but with like it's it's really it's really just more mobile and practical if you use cell phones than any other gadgets, right? Because let's say you need a laptop, you want to bring a laptop. That's like you need a bag. You need a whole bag to fit the laptop in. But with cell phones, you can just bring it in your pocket, maybe in your hands, and it just make it more practical, in my opinion. That's all my answer.
I see. Okay, thank you for your answers then. Gita,
Thank you,
Azza,
Miss.
Rere, Vidya, do you have any questions?
No, I guess.
Azza, Rere, Vidya?
No, miss.
No, miss. Okay. Since we're running out of time for you, Tiro, it's already 15 minutes. Thank you so much for your presentation and Q&A.
Okay, Miss, thank you everyone for listening to my presentations, and I'm sorry if I make a mistakes. Okay, and see you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, behind the scene. Tiro, there are so many times that you keep saying, let's just say. I
Yeah.
already told you, let's, or if you just
Yeah, oh my god, I
just
forget
cut the
about
let's
that.
just if you are not, just use say. Say,
Say.
mm, instead of let's
Okay.
just say. Let's uh cut the let's and just use say.
Just say.
Say you have two cell phones and you need to, so instead of saying that, because
Yeah,
it really bothers me because you keep saying let's just say over and over and you keep missing the s.
less. Yeah, I okay.
Also on the internet,
Okay.
don't forget, it's not
Yeah.
in the internet, on
Yeah,
the.
that's actually
Mm.
like I noticed that.
The first thing that you talked about, please go to your first slide.
It's
Okay,
it. Which one?
so
This.
and the first slide.
Oh, the first slide. Okay, the first
Mm,
slide. This is the first
yep,
slides.
I think this is a better way to introduce your presentation. So instead of saying I want to tell you about my slides, you did say something like that, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
It's always better to say I'd like to explain about my final essay through these slides. So remember,
Mm,
these slides are just the tool to explain your final essay.
mm.
What you want to present is actually your final essay, not the
I
slides.
know.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to explain about my final
My
essay
friend
through
was
the
the
slides.
through my slides.
Mhm.
Okay.
There you go. Also be careful with more easier. You also keep repeating these several
Yeah,
times.
I noticed that, and
And in the
I'm
end, you
just
finally realize and you keep repeating. I mean easier instead of more easy.
yeah, I really noticed that one. Like I say more easy. Oh shit. Oh no.
Again.
Oh no.
I did it again.
Oh no, I did it again.
Also, be careful with cell phones have been used as communication devices since they were created. You said
And yeah,
since
I
it
noticed
was
that too.
created. Yeah. The
Yeah,
script,
yeah, yeah,
change
yeah.
the
Okay,
script.
okay. Yeah, yeah, I need to change the script.
Overall, well, the your presentation itself took about almost 10 minutes, so 9.5 minutes. So that was good. Although in well, 9 minutes are fine. I was a bit worried when you passed the 9 minutes time mark. Uh, what I worried about that you would actually pass 10 minutes for the presentation. So please don't go over 10 minutes.
Okay, miss,
Nine
I'll
minutes.
remember that.
So 9 minutes 30 seconds are still fine. Although it was a bit alarming, it means that you talk a little bit too much. You
Just
added a
okay.
little bit, yeah, a little bit too much to the presentation.
Okay.
Not the presentation itself, but the additional words such as let's just say and something like that.
Yeah, something.
There you go. Well done, Tiro, with the presentation and the way you answered questions. Uh, what else do I want to? Oh yeah, be careful with the camera, the gadget, and so on. Because what did you see when you shared your screen with us? We only saw the third slide, but you thought it was already in the first slide.
When like the
The
first
first time, yeah.
I don't know. I opened the slides.
Mm-hmm.
In my screen, it's moving.
Oh, okay. So
It's just probably the internet connection.
mm-mm, just be careful
And
with that. Uh,
yeah,
before you start sharing your screen, it's always better to make sure that you are on the first slide. Okay.
okay.
So even before you start sharing your screen. So instead of you already shared your screen and you go like go back to the first slide. You go, it's not the first slide. Oh my god! And everybody can see the whole presentation in flashes.
Uh,
Okay. There you go, Chiro. Thank you so much for practicing tonight. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, miss. No,
Um,
no questions.
uh, I do have to note that today you sound a little bit, uh, how do I say this? Mm, not too calm with yourself.
Yeah,
You ran
yeah,
out of breath in some words.
yeah. I ran out of breath. Like
Mm-mm.
yeah, my throat just so sore.
Are you sick?
Like not really sick, but
Not really.
just feeling not really good.
Okay, this is for all of you. Remember to prepare a glass of water next to you. So, in case you feel your throat is not well or dry or something, you can just excuse me.
Yeah.
I need to drink for a moment. And then you can just drink for a moment. It's fine, no
It
problem. Okay.
it is so dry, like
Mm-mm.
really dry.
Really dry. There you go. Okay, the next one. Gita Aza
Okay.
Orere Vidya.
Can I miss?
Yeah, go ahead, Ray.
Then I will go the first, like in the last.
Uh,
I will be the last person, I guess.
I don't know.
Can I share my screen, miss?
Yes, go ahead, Ray.
Okay.
Oh no, Rere is still using phone. Hey,
Yes.
how are you going to do this, Ray? Are you
Is it I still on cam?
no. Your cam
Oh
is
no.
black.
Ah.
That's
Wait.
why I said if you
Can
if you're
I
good
use
wait.
to
This is the
five?
deal. If you really are not going to use a laptop for the final presentation and you need somebody else to do it for you to present the slides, practice from now on. So choose one of your classmates to help you. So it will be, they can also practice when to move the slides and so on and so on.
Can I use two device?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, wait.
Questions?
Oh, Miss,
While we're waiting.
I have questions.
Go ahead.
Regarding to this, like, for Rara's problem, like, she had only one device, and then she need a classmate to share the screen. And what if we had lost our connection and just can turn on our camera and just for voice only, like the cam and the voice itself? How do we share our screen?
Hmm. This
That's
is,
the
yeah,
problem.
okay. So this is what happened in the previous previous terms, when
Mm-hmm.
one learner already shared the screen and suddenly they got connection trouble and they cannot continue showing their face and presenting their slides, you can actually ask for uh, the proctor permission to turn off your cam. However, you need to prove that you you actually did at the beginning. You actually showed your face and showed the presentation. However, the connection trouble and so on and so on and so on. Okay, but at least you tried. There you go. So there will be understanding from the proctor, of course. But imagine this: if you start your presentation with a black screen without showing your face, of course they will not take your excuse that you are having a connection problem. So you need to show both, and then you need to explain. At the moment, I have a connection problem. I'm not sure if I can show my face along with my presentation slides. So probably if in the middle of this presentation, I turn off my camera, I hope that will be okay to save the bandwidth or something like that.
I see. Okay, okay. Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. Aza, Vidya, questions?
No, Miss.
No questions. Ah, are you okay, Aza? You look sick. Just tired.
Yes. I don't know, my body's suddenly got like this.
Oh, Vidya, how is it? By the way, Aza and Vidya, have you fixed your essay?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Have I said your essay is fine or your essay is not yet?
No,
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh,
there's some
please
comment.
notify me. Please notify me when you are done dealing with the essay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Miss. I just realized that there is the comment. Why my face is so yellow?
Because you look pale. That's why I asked, are you okay? You look so pale.
I don't know. But it's so yellow. I
Okay.
can't. I will fix it this night.
Because if you have finished it, I need to send the template and you need to copy paste the your essay and I need to check them again and so on and so on. So there are a lot of checkings.
But Miss, I actually feel like sometimes feel like
Gita? Hello? Gita? Is it just me?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
Kita
So,
connection.
because earlier it was me. So I got thrown out
I
of
will
Zoom.
finish them tonight. Yeah.
Gita, you were off
Bye.
earlier. We didn't hear
Wait.
The middle of what you said.
Oh, sorry. Is that on right now?
It's on. What happened? What did you say earlier? It's gone again.
Okay, is that on?
Okay, so what did you say earlier?
I mean, I just realized since my essay is done and my presentation is done, like, was I the first person that finished them earlier? Like, was I too fast or something like that?
No, fast
I
is
have no
fine, no problem.
job. I have no job actually, miss.
You do. You need to add your presentation.
Yeah.
You're still lacking a lot of minutes from the presentation, and you still
Ah.
mumble most
Oh.
of the time. So the
Oh,
presentation
probably.
itself.
Can I just use my final essay for the script?
Like I said, if you want to use the final essay for your script, you need to add more words. For example, like Chiro's presentation, he added something like, say you have blah blah blah. The example, he didn't put that comparison in his final essay, so it wasn't in the final essay, but he put the comparison, the price, and so on in his presentation. Some addition. So it's not only
Okay.
if you just use your final essay for the presentation, people can just say, "Oh, I can just read your final essay. What's the point of presenting it?"
Okay. I actually need to revise my script, but I don't know where I should start.
Start from counting the time that you finish saying the script, how many minutes that you need, and then how many more minutes that you need to add, what else that you can add, and something like that.
Or just probably I can speak slowly, like use more than usual.
Pardon?
Can I just speak slowly to need it to add some more times for the presentation?
You can, but I'm not sure how many minutes uh, it will add to the presentation. So there you go. You still need to practice and add the time to your presentation. So Gita,
Okay.
your main your main target at the moment is to fix your presentation because your essay is done, the slide is done. However, the presentation is still, it needs a lot of fixing. So
Back
there you go.
sometimes. Okay. Okay. At least I get one job.
Okay,
Thank you,
ready?
Miss.
Okay, Miss. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait. Yeah. Share. Wait. Is it? Oh, wait.
Mm. See, this
Oh my.
technical things, you also need to practice how to make it smoother. Like,
Okay. Are this? Okay. Can I start my presentation?
can you make your slides bigger?
Wait. Like this?
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, let me start my presentation. Hello, everyone. Good evening. So, I hope you are all fine today. Before I start my presentation, may I introduce myself first? My name is Safra Nabila Putri, but you can call me Rere. I'm from GHI 2. So today I wanted to present about maintaining mental health for students. So this is content of my slide. The first one is introduction. Second one is maintaining mental health effect, content, health, social life, and emotional well-being. The third one is the summary of my slide, and then the Q&A section. Okay, let's start with general view of mental health. So what do you think about mental health? Do you have any suggestion for mental health?
It's when you are not crazy.
Okay, thank you so much for your opinion. So far as I know, many people still underestimate mental health. They think mental health is just about a myth and it's not real. And many of them consider people who have mental disorders is crazy. Even so, mental health is very important for our life. Okay, according to Ministry of Health of Indonesia, if someone's mental health is disturbed, mental disorders or mental illness will arise. Blindness will arise. So, what is mental health? In fact, mental health is a state of well-being in which individuals realize their potential, are able to cope with the pressure of normal life, work, or do school productively, and are able to socialization or adaptable with each other. So why is it important? For, for students, mental health can affect our life as a student, especially in social context, physical health context, and emotional well-being context. And this one of some positive impacts that I want to share to you. The first one is physical health context. If we have a good mental health, you're not easily feel tired, and then you will have a good immune system, and our growth is not disturbed. And then for the second one, it's about social context. There are many correlations between social context and mental health. For example, if we have a good stable mental health, we will have self-confidence to socialization with another. Besides that, in social context, if we have a good mental health, we can easily adaptable in a new situation. Okay, last but not least, about emotional well-being. It's have a big part of yourself. If we have a good mental health, we can feel also happier, and our activity as a student is not disrupted. And then you can feel more peaceful with yourself. So why mental health is have a big impact for our life? In summary, because mental health can affect our physically, socially, and emotionally. So for three of them, it must be balanced. Okay, that is all of my presentation. Do you have any question for my presentation.
Okay, thank you, Rere, for the presentation. My question is, when you talk about mental health for students, do you think the teacher is responsible for students' mental health?
Okay, thank you for your question. I think the teacher is one of the people that can be that can be have some socialization with student. So I think teacher have a part of student mental health. If the teacher have a good things to talk with their student, and then I think their student can feel happier with their teacher, and then feel more safe with that teacher, and then uh, for the student mental health is good in the school. I think like that.
Hmm. So in a way, a teacher is responsible for the students' mental health.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the next question is, do you think parents should be more responsible to their kids' mental health instead of teachers? What do you think?
Okay. For that statement, I think I agree that parents should have more responsible with their kids or their teenager mental health, because in we spend more time in home on it with in home with our parents. So our parents should make home is like a home. I mean just like home in home in words, safe, and then they this the parent can um, talk the parent can talk with their teenager for their problems in the school, or many things that can make their kids is safe in a home, and feel their parent is a good parent, I think.
I see. Now that we've talked about the teacher responsibility and the parents' responsibility, what about the students' uh, responsibility to their own mental health? What are the students' responsibility to their own mental health?
Okay, that's the topic I choose for this presentation is maintaining mental health for students. So we as a student should maintaining our mental health just for ourselves, for emotional well-being. Just like that's the part of love yourself. And then you should go with your responsibility. You can you can do some self-reward as I'm maintaining mental health or another things that can make your mental health stable. That is all my answer.
Okay, thank you for the answers, Ray.
Okay.
Aza, Vidya, Aza, Vidya, Rere. Aza, Vidya, Chiro, Gita, do you have any questions for Rere? Others, do you have any questions? Okay, Gita, go ahead.
Can I ask something, Rere?
Yes, sure.
Your presentation stated that the mental health is important, right? And my question is, how can how can you tell if someone is mentally unstable, like having some probably like changes in eating habits or probably the sudden of disrupting in sleep or something like that? And how do you know that if that someone or probably yourself have the mentality unstable? Just all, I guess.
Okay, thank you for your question. So I think you can see each other for like in your around situation, just like for example, if your sister or your brothers get some mental health, get some mental illness, you can like just talk with her or his, and then ask about their feeling, just like how do you feel now, and then if they are have a bad situation, you can go to the psychiatry, or maybe they can help your not help your maybe your sisters, brother, or each other mental illness or mental their mental health disturbed for that situation. That is all my answer.
Okay. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
presentation and the answers, Rere.
Okay, miss.
Behind the scene, Ray, your presentation is still 5 minutes. Still way from the limit that we want to reach, about 8 to 9 minutes. So you can add more examples to your presentation as a way to add more time, because at the moment it is you started at 55:30 and then you ended at 1 hour and 30, so it is only 5 minutes straight. Definitely need more extending time. Also, check this one out. If you take a look at my last part, the brown one, the brown notes are the notes I made from the previous practice. The blue note is actually the mistakes that you repeated this practice. So you still say presentate, You still say illness instead of illness. And then individual instead of individual. I wanted to. You still say it like that.
Okay.
Adaptable instead of adaptable. So there are several things that you repeated the mistakes. I hope you improve these mistakes.
Okay.
Also, the summary. When you talk about the summary, so as the summary of my slides, you don't say the summary of my slides. Remember, slides are only tools. As I said to Chiro, slides are only tools. You don't summarize your slides, but you actually summarize your presentation, or you summarize your final essay. So instead of saying the summary of my slides, the summary of my presentation, or the summary of my final essay. Okay. Rere, two more things actually. You are able to socialization. This mistake is repeated several times. You can, you want to socialization. You want to socialize. You are able to socialize. So instead of socialization, it's socialize. The word is to socialize. Also, you should maintaining. It should be you should maintain. Remember the Q&A session. Oh, I do like your answer for the way students can be responsible for their own mental health by giving self-reward. That was a great answer. However, the way you deliver your answer, it sounds like you are thinking so badly for the answer. You, you are so confused. How should I answer this? So your answer is like so long with many pauses in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
The point of us practicing this presentation over and over again and then Q&A over and over again is to get you to feel more comfortable answering questions and doing your presentation.
Okay.
So I hope you will get more comfortable doing your Q&A session next time and you prepare the answers better. There you go. Remember,
Okay.
Ray, please fix all those things that this is the second time I already mentioned presentate, illness, individual, I wanted to, and adaptable. Please don't repeat the mistakes in the next practice. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
How do I unpin myself? Ding, 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 ding. Hang on, hang on. Pin, pin. Should I? Okay. How do I unpin myself? Oh, this one. Okay. Remove spotlight. Got it. So there you go. Be more comfortable with your own presentation, be more knowledgeable about your own presentation and your gadgets. Today, when you present, please put the phone that shows your face stationary. So don't you keep moving the
Okay.
there. It shows because we can actually see that your face is moving back and forth. So and it's because you move the phone there. So gadgets, this is for all of you. Like I said, the last session to Aza gadget. If you want to use one gadget, try practicing with one gadget. If you want to use two gadgets, try practicing. Find out the best way to use your gadgets. So how you can actually maximize your gadgets. Aza, you really need to go to sleep. Your face is so pale. Seriously, you look you look seriously sick.
Oh,
Are you really okay?
I'm trying my best to stay.
Okay, you're trying your best to stay awake. Okay, okay. There you go. It's okay, it's okay. Everybody gets sick sometimes. Vidya, Gita, Aza, who's going to be the next one? We only have 15 minutes, so there you go.
Just Asa, since he feeling unwell, I guess. So perhaps he might go first.
if she wants to practice. Asa, do you want to practice or do you want to skip today? You don't look well, honestly.
I think
Actually, yes.
sorry. I
It's okay.
cannot say.
Then just with
Uh, She's going to skip today.
Sorry.
I wanna practice.
Okay, then. And she's asking, why do I look so yellow? Yes, because your face is pale, Asa.
It's just very shocked when I look on the screen like my face is so yellow. Yes.
Can I share my screen?
Yes, go ahead. Wait, where is that?
Uh, can I start?
Okay. Are you feeling better today? Your
Yeah,
voice is still
really?
throaty. Still throaty a little
Oh,
bit. I hope you
okay.
I hope you get the best condition for the
Okay,
final test.
okay. So I'm gonna start. Well, hello everyone. I'm Widiarini Fernanda from General High Intermediate 2, and today I wanna talk about the benefits of music for studying. The uh, okay, the things that I wanna talk about in this presentation are, of course, the benefits of music, which increase our motivation, reduce stress, and improves our focus and performances. Also, there will be a Q&A session at the end of my presentation. But before I begin, I want to ask you guys uh, just one question. Do you guys like to listen to music while you guys study or not?
I do.
Oh, nice. I do too. Oh, because music actually have a lot of benefits, and music can increase our motivation to study. You know, studying can be very stressful, right? Especially when you don't entirely understand the subject, or maybe you just don't want to study. You know, like mathematics, physics, chemistry. It's a hard subject, but it's okay because playing music that you enjoy can more likely to put you in a better mood. I mean, isn't that cool that music can be just what you need to get through the books easier while making you feel more productive? When we're in a better mood, we probably work a little bit more and more motivated to push through difficult tasks. However, if we want to be more motivated, I feel like uplifting beats can improve your moods. And no vocal, but the preferences is up to you. So, okay, so music can also reduce stress. Sometimes studying for college entrance exam can be very stressful, but students who listen to classical or calming music while studying can reduce their stress and anxiety. Calming music and classical music can calm our thoughts and relax our muscles, making us feel comfort and relief from stress. If you don't want to listen to music while studying, you can just take a break for a few minutes and listen to music that you like. I also believe that music has helped me for longer periods of time. Sometimes when I study in silence for a couple of hours, I feel like I'm getting bored and sleepy. So I usually put on some of my favorite music, the music that I enjoy while I study. with a companion from music, I'm able to continue my study for longer time. Music helps you concentrate by blocking out distracting noise. Therefore, it will make you more focused and it will improve your performance. Usually, I do my homework during recess, and sometimes my classmate is distracting me. So I just put on my earphones and block those distracting noises. However, I still play my music at a low volume. By the way, the music that you are listening to should always be in the background. You cannot listen to uh, ear blasting music. And if you want to concentrate more, you should listen to non-vocal music, like instrumental of song pop that you like Taylor Swift, or you just listen to classical music. Okay, so these are my favorite genre or type of music that I like to listen while I study. So there is a lo-fi, movie soundtracks, and classical music. Do you guys know that lo-fi movie soundtrack and classical music are actually popular music study? Do you guys know what lo-fi is? No?
Low fidelity.
Right. Lo-fi stands for low fidelity. It's a music that is recorded with intentional imperfections, such as misplayed notes, environmental noises, and a low hum. And then there's also movie soundtracks that I really like, such as Interstellar and soundtracks of The Theory of Everything. And then there is also classical music. You can listen to pieces by composer like Mozart, Chopin, Debussy, or Tchaikovsky. So yeah, okay. Talking about classical music, there's also a common myth called the Mozart effect. Well, the Mozart effect describes a brief 10 to 15 minutes enhancement of special temporal abilities in college students after listening to a Mozart effect, the Mozart piano sonata. So when you're listening to Mozart pieces, it can increase your general intelligence or IQ. But I don't really believe that. Well, maybe the Mozart effect can increase your general intelligence for a couple of minutes, but not permanently. Because if you want to be smart, just study. In conclusion, listening to music while study can come in handy as it boosts motivation, relieves stress, and increase performance. It will really beneficial for us. Uh, it Music can be beneficial if it puts you in a good mood and it's not too fast or too loud. It's also have to be less wordy. Now, if you want to try it for yourself and gain the benefits of listening to music while you study, um, I think that's all about my presentation. If you guys have any questions, just ask.
Okay, thank you, Widya, for the presentation. So I was wondering about, you said that your favorite playlist while studying consists of lo-fi and what else? Classical music and movie soundtracks. And you talked about how they are actually popular uh, s- music for studying. Was there any research or something that
Well,
talk about this?
oh, okay. So, like research from like paper research, or I'm researching it
I
because
don't know, one of them, or maybe like a YouTube statistic or something. I don't know.
yeah,
How
because
did you get to that conclusion?
well, uh, usually lo-fi is actually trending on YouTube because there so lo-fi is actually trending on YouTube as study playlist because it's um so there is a channel from YouTube that play live streaming on YouTube, play lo-fi music on YouTube, live streaming for long periods of time, and it became very popular because it's not stop, you know, and people are like, what is this? What is this song? Um they they are being curious. So because of YouTube um analytics, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, because of people being curious, they click the that live stream and it become popular in YouTube. So yeah, for classical and movie soundtracks, there are a lot of websites that say that classical is a must go to study music. So yeah, I feel like it's right. Like yeah.
Okay, so thank you for the explanation about that. Go ahead, Gita, your question.
Okay, Vidya, can I ask you something?
Yes, sure.
Okay, basically your presentation talk about music can make you focus on your work. I mean your homework, right? And my question is, since uh like what are the cons of listening to music while studying? I mean, like the student who listen to music with lyric are probably, like you said, it's kind of can distract us because it kind of more or less efficient and come away having absorb less information, and then uh thus the music itself have a negatively affect our studying. I guess that's all.
So what you're asking is you're asking about the cons of listening to music while doing homework,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
what's your opinion about that?
Oh,
Since
that's my
uh the the music itself has a pros and cons opinion.
well, everyone have different type of study style, right? It's if you find listening to music distracting, it's best not to listen to music. However, if it relaxes you and puts you in a good mood, as I said before, try try play calming music in the background, like not without lyrics, so it doesn't really distract you or disturb you from studying. Um, my opinion, yeah, is that what you is that what answers your question?
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Any
Other
question?
Okay, if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to thank Vidya for her presentation and her answers. Thank you so much, Vidya, for your presentation and answers.
Can you miss?
Behind the scene, Vidya, you still use guys to address the audience. Like I said, the audience is not, some of the audience are the proctors and teachers, so please don't address them as
Wait,
guys.
wait, did I?
Yep, you use guys. So, guys, what do you think about
But
that?
wait, miss, I actually reduced guys
You,
from
I know,
my
a
my
lot. A lot.
Thanks.
You reduced
For real.
guys a lot from your
I actually
presentation.
reduced guys from my text. I think it's from my
Uh-uh.
from.
The habit. I know.
Yeah, I'm
You just
sorry.
that's why in your one of the flip materials that you got, you are actually asked to identify your audience, because sometimes the audience is not only your classmates or your peers, but also the people older than you, the teachers, the proctors, and so on. So uh, address them more formally instead of guys. Uh, you took the bait, by the way, when you asked what does anybody know what low fi is, and I answered, okay, low fidelity. Oh yes, you're right, low fidelity. Please check the pronunciation of fidelity.
Oh yeah, I was like,
It's
yeah,
lo-fi
love
is lo-fi,
fidelity.
but
Okay.
the fi itself is fidelity, not fidelity. So fidelity. Okay, so pay attention to that. When I say low fidelity, you follow low fidelity. Oh, she took the bite. Okay, so the next one, does that answer your question? Instead of saying is that answer your question? Does that answer your question? Okay. The presentation itself started at 1:17 and you ended it at 1:25, so 8 minutes. This is much better, much much concise than the previous one. The previous one, you rambled a little bit. So this time the playlist is shortened and the Mozart effect talk is also shortened a bit. So it feels better than the previous presentation, because the previous presentation you talk about the playlist too long and we go like, okay, we know this is your favorite playlist, but you don't have to keep saying this, okay, for
Uh,
2 minutes and so on. Okay, so this one is much much better when you talk about the playlist and the present sorry, Mozart effect. Also, to bridge it, I think you still don't bridge the presentation well between that one to the playlist. So you can say something like this, Vidya. Can you go to the previous slides before you talk about the playlist? So, um, listening to music, especially the background music, can make you can help you focus on your task or assignment or homework, whatever. And for example, these, you can say, for example, these are some of my favorite playlists that I use when I want to focus on what. So you still say, if when I want to focus on my blah, blah, blah. So you connect it with the previous slide. So you just don't say my favorite types of music to listen while studying. That's it. But connect it with the previous slide. So it sounds bridged, connected somehow. Okay, so it's not jumpy, just a
do
little
I
bit.
change this
Mm.
one? Like my favorite
Mm,
types of music?
it's
No?
okay, no problem.
Oh,
But
okay.
you don't forget to say in when you speak. Don't forget to say, for example,
When
this
I
these are my favorite types of music to listen while studying. They help me focus. So we go back to the previous slide. They help me focus to do my work. So, well, you don't have to go. I mean, orally you go back to the previous slide, but you don't click the previous slide, just orally. Okay, so people will remember what the previous slide is about. Okay, there you go. And the connection between the previous slide and this one. Overall, this is a much better uh, present practice with you. It you your eye contact is more focused to the camera. That's better, because the previous practice you still did this a lot.
I'm
But this,
thinking, Miss.
I know, but this time you are more sure of your presentation, so you don't have to think too much of it. So there you go. This is the point. This is exactly the point why we practice over and over again. So when you actually do the final presentation in your oral test, you don't have to think anymore. It's like muscle memory for you. You just do it. This is what I do over and over again. It's so easy. I can just do it with my eyes closed. That's it. So um, it's not about finding mistakes in each practice. It's actually about practicing to be better and better each time. I hope you understand the point of practice. So to quote one of my favorite MMA fighters, okay. So according to Habib Nurmagomedov, if you want to master something, you need to practice at least 5,000 hours. If you can practice more than 5,000 hours, that's better. You will be more than just a master. You will know all the little details about what you do. So do practice hard, do practice more, do take your time to practice. I don't know where Kena and Sila is. They never come to the sessions, so oh yeah, whatever. Remember, you are adults. Okay, I'm only here to help you graduate your high intermediate too. If you don't want to graduate, if you don't want to give the effort, what can I do? So this is all your decision. Okay, Aza, Vidya, have a good rest. Seriously, you both are not well. Okay. Rere, Chiro, Gita, thank you so much for joining today's session. Aza, Vidya, thank you so much for
Thank you,
still being
Miss.
here, even though you are sick. So I hope you have a good rest. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember? Yeah. Oh yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. Besok lagi, ketemu
Yeah.
lagi. Bosan deh. But this is the deal. For those of you who haven't transferred your essay to the template, please check your essay again and notify me when you have done something to the essay. Kita, you need to practice to add something to your presentation. Okay. What else?
Okay, but
Peggy.
I'll probably use the current script for tomorrow, but after the practice session has ended, and then I will revise my script.
It's better if you revise it now before you practice it tomorrow. Like we only have tomorrow and the next session to practice. I don't want us to practice again for the last session. We're going to have a free
Okay, here
session
we
in
go
the last
again.
session. So
Okay, here we go again. I'm gonna stay awake until the
you
morning.
don't have to. Like
I got a lot of work
well,
because of that.
just add some
Yeah, I
words.
know.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
You don't
I'm
have
gonna
to.
try at least.
Okay, that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Tomorrow,
Thank you,
I,
Miss.
I won't give flip materials for tomorrow because it's too soon. So we're going to skip tomorrow's flip materials. Yeah, okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. Okay, I'll share the link to Zoom tomorrow before our time. Okay. Good night, everyone. Have a good rest. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Miss.
Good
Miss.
night.